out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today. They're free. Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at that noon hour weather forecast. Will continue to be partly sunny day. Should have a high temperature near 84 degrees. Those southern winds going to continue around 14 miles per hour with gusts as high as 26 miles per hour. Tonight we do have a chance of showers and thunderstorms, then showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm after 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. Chance of precipitation is 70%. New rainfall amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch are in the forecast, except higher amounts are possible if you happen to be in a thunderstorm. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with low around 66 and southerly winds to be around 11 miles per hour with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, showers are likely and possibly a thunderstorm with a chance of precipitation at 60%. New rainfall amounts tomorrow between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch are possible. We'll have mostly cloudy skies with a high near 77 and southwest winds will be 7 to 9 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow night we'll have a 50-50 chance of showers and thunderstorms with mostly cloudy skies, low around 63 with a light and variable wind. Then Thursday a chance of showers before 10 a.m., then a chance of showers and thunderstorms between 10 and 1. Then showers likely, and we still could have a thunderstorm during Thursday afternoon. Chance of precipitation is 60% with new rainfall amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch being possible. Will be mostly cloudy with a high temperature near 80 degrees and calm winds will become southerly around 5 miles per hour during Thursday afternoon. Thursday night, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms after midnight with mostly cloudy skies, low around 64. Then showers are likely and possibly a thunderstorm on Friday with a chance of precipitation at 70%. We'll have mostly cloudy skies Friday with a high temperature near 78 degrees. Then Friday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms with mostly cloudy skies and low around 62. Saturday, we'll start the weekend out with a chance of showers with thunderstorms also possible during Saturday afternoon. Skies will be partly sunny with a high temperature near 77 degrees. Saturday night, we have a chance of showers after midnight with mostly cloudy skies, low around 60 degrees. Then Sunday, a chance of showers with mostly cloudy skies and a high temperature near 80 degrees. Sunday night, it'll be mostly cloudy with low around 60 degrees. Then Monday, we'll start that new work week out with a chance to see that sun, as we'll be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 79 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
We hear a lot about how young people are not measuring up in society today. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. We hear a lot about a lack of initiative, irresponsible behavior, and inability to communicate effectively. Walk through the building with 4-H projects at your county or state fair, take in a junior livestock show, or any of the many summer events where ag youth are showcased, and your faith in the next generation will be restored. We live in a world where people who raise livestock are unfairly and undeservedly criticized for animal husbandry and welfare practices. Those with no basic knowledge of livestock production have the audacity to challenge those whose life's work is focused on raising livestock. The anti-animal agriculture crowd waves a flag of moral superiority while tossing false accusations and junk science at anyone and everyone involved in livestock production. It's refreshing to witness boys and girls caring for their animals and working so hard to highlight their animals' strengths in the show ring. Show day is the culmination of weeks, for some species, months of work at home. Experience in agricultural youth organizations offers young people the opportunity to find and use their voice. By practicing and studying in a safe environment, they learn to voice their opinion and to communicate more effectively. They are more confident and thus better prepared to address the misinformation that might be tossed at them. Let us all support those groups who provide young people with the tools and knowledge to tell their story and help the rest of us tell ours. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That is my 2 cents.
This is Bill Wise with the latest Appetite for Pork report. Dr. David Newman, Senior Vice President of Market Growth with the National Pork Board, shares the latest.
The new tagline is actually, taste what pork can do. You almost have to say it to yourself over and over again. But what we need everyone to understand is this wasn't done in a vacuum. It wasn't done in a silo in Clive, Iowa. This was done using data, using consumer testing, and really focusing in on what drives the future consumer the most. Taste what pork can do. It has to be focused on taste and flavor. It has to have a message about versatility or convenience, and it also needs to lend to nutrition or balance. This is about saying pork is a really unique position globally. Remember, we are still the #1 protein in the world in consumption.
To find out more, visit porkcheckoff.org/radio.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
The savings are heating up at Napa Auto Parts store in Salem. Check these out. Turtle Wax wash and wax products starting at $7.59. A Napa vehicle awning for $129.99 in the 8-foot size. And Tough Stuff multi-purpose foam cleaner starting at $5.29. Stop by Napa Auto Parts store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
Direct cash cattle trade was quiet, and so was cash hog business. Good morning, I'm Megan Grabner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report, brought to you by Propane. The Propane Farm Research Program offers compensation for using propane equipment. More information is available at propane.com/PFRP. Direct cash cattle trade activity was quiet, typical for a Monday. Show lists for the week are mixed, higher in Kansas, Nebraska, and Colorado, but lower in Texas. Significant trade volume will likely be delayed until the last part of the week. At mid-session at the Oklahoma National Stockyards, feeder steers were $7 to $12 higher. Steer calves were $5 to $10 higher. Feeder heifers and heifer calves were steady to $4 higher. The USDA says quality was plain early on, but improved to average. Medium and large one feeder steer, 662 to 697 pounds, brought $321 to $349. Medium and large one feeder heifer, 655 to 695 pounds, brought $292 to $306. Box beef closed mixed with light to moderate demand from moderate offerings. Choice was down 34 cents at $366, and select closed $1.46 higher at $358.11. Estimated cattle slaughter was 115,000 head, down nearly 3,000 on the year. Cash hog prices were not reported Monday. There were just a handful of negotiated purchases. The cash hog market continues to struggle with consistency. Processors didn't have an aggressive start to the week's business, and it shows. There is optimism that domestic demand could see a boost with the return of the summer grilling season. Global demand for U.S. pork has been relatively strong, which has been supportive overall to prices. However, the industry is keeping a close eye on China's purchasing habits as rumors about the trade relationship between the two countries continue to swirl. The 5-day rolling average for barrows and guilds at the National Daily Direct was 98.04. It's 99.48 for the Iowa, Minnesota, and 99.66 for the Western Corn Belt. Pork values closed lower on Monday, down 47 cents at 106.75. Bellies, loins, and butts were all lower. And estimated hog slaughter was 463,000 head, down about 15,500 on the year. At the CME, live and feeder cattle were higher, optimistic about the week's direct business, and lean hog futures into the day higher, optimistic about demand. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
With growing season underway and next year already in sight, the Missouri Fertilizer Control Board encourages producers to consider a split nitrogen application strategy. Splitting your nutrient application will better protect your budget and support crop yields. Don't rely on last year's plan. Start working with your local retailer to finish this season strong. Learn more at mofcb.com/nutrient-management.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to fund a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Research to discover more effective treatments for the 1 in 285 children in the U.S. who will be diagnosed with cancer. Children's Cancer Research Fund is a national nonprofit dedicated to ending childhood cancer. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Marthella Marty Basherer, age 64, of Salem, passed away Thursday, May 29th. No services are planned at this time. And all arrangements for Marthella Marty Basherer of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Douglas Floyd Braidlow of Rolla passed away Saturday, May 31st, the age of 66 years. Funeral services for Douglas Braidlow will be Thursday, June 5th at 1 in the afternoon at the Rolla Chapel of James Gar Mortuary, with visitation for family and friends of Douglas Floyd Braidlow Wednesday afternoon and evening from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Rolla Chapel of James Gar. Memorials are suggested to the Missouri Circle of Hope or CHAMP Assistance Dogs. Cards available, and all arrangements for Douglas Floyd Braidlow of Rolla are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Rolla. Elaine Marguerite Ransom of Steelville passed away May 29th, the age of 89 years. Celebration of life services for Elaine Ransom will be Friday, June 6th at 5 p.m. at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville, with visitation for family and friends of Elaine Ransom, also Friday from 3 in the afternoon until service time at 5 o'clock. Interim will be at the Steelville Cemetery. Memorials are suggested to the Steelville Food Pantry or Trail of Tears Committee. And all arrangements for Elaine Marguerite Ransom of Steelville are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. Jim Stevens of Licking passed away June 2nd at the age of 84 years. Memorial services for Jim Stevens will take place Saturday, June 28th at 2 in the afternoon at the Licking United Methodist Church. Visitation for family and friends of Jim Stevens will also be on Saturday from 1 in the afternoon until service time at 2. Memorial contributions may be made to the New Hope Cemetery, and all arrangements for Jim Stevens of Licking are under the direction of the Fox Funeral Home of Licking. Kathy Elaine Canaan, age 63 of Salem, passed away Sunday, June 1st. Funeral services for Kathy Canaan will be Monday evening at 7 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel, with visitation for family and friends of Kathy Canaan also Monday, starting at 5 in the afternoon and continuing till 7. Burial will follow at a later date in the Jadwin Cemetery. And all arrangements for Kathy Elaine Canaan of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU's Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU's Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Dent County Commission met Monday morning at the courthouse. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Keith Green said men will be installing crossover pipes in the Phillips subdivision and also doing drainage work. Green said grading was going to be done in the Turtle area and on County Road 5390. He also said pipes would be installed on County Road 6100 and rock would be hauled where needed. District 2 Commissioner Jimmy Williams said rock would be added and grading would be done on Dent County Road 4060 as well as on County Roads 5333 and 5340 in Boss. Williams indicated grading was going to be done on Dent County Road 2303 and brush would be cut on County Road 6150. Dent County Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson had nothing to report. Dent County Clerk Angie Curley reiterated her request for any business that has a liquor license in the county. They'll need to have the license request submitted to the county clerk's office by June 30th. If anyone has questions, please call the clerk's office at 573-729-4144. Van Kitchens and Tyler Wrench from Attentive Management Company were in attendance to reveal to the commissioners what they had calculated the savings that provide benefit to county employers and provides FICA tax savings to the commissioners. They said each employee would have an average of about $150 per month to use for benefits that many of the employees already pay out of their checks, which would come to about $13,569 per month. The Section 125 of the ACA Act allows employers to deduct those costs to provide additional benefits to employees before taxes, which would lower the FICA tax liability for the county and keep the take-home pay for the employee about the same, or it could increase slightly. The total savings would be about $48,000 net to the county after their fee, and that would be divided among the different funds that have payroll. There were some concerns about the reduction in Social Security benefits with this program, but Kitchen said that over time the difference is minimal. It would also not affect the employee's tax return much, as their withholding can be what the employee wishes per paycheck. Commissioner Green wanted to talk with the other counties and businesses that have used this program before going any further, and Kitchens and Wrench said they would get them a list of references to contact. Dent County Treasurer Denita Williams brought in the cart tax money received in May and said the county took in $87,096.19, which is $5,502.42 over last May, and year-to-date the cart tax receipts are up $30,767.01. The commission then opened bids to sell the gazebo in the front yard of the courthouse. They received 2 bids, one from Eli Trower and one from Healthy Dent County, but they rejected both bids. They will get bids to repair the gazebo and keep it on the courthouse lawn. Mike Smith from Hope Construction was in to report on the leak in the annex building. He said there is hail damage to the brick wall next door to the annex, which is causing much of the problem, and until that is corrected, he is limited in what he feels he can do without wasting the county's money. They did ask him to do a temporary dry seal until he can contact the insurance company and find out what they'll do about the problem. The next meeting of commissioners will be Thursday morning at 9 o'clock at the courthouse, and that meeting will be open to the public. Are you thinking about raising some poultry for family use? Wondering about the steps to processing poultry? Or just interested in learning new skills? Participants in the University Extension Home Poultry Processing Workshop coming up June 24th will have that experience. The workshop will be held at the Salem Farmers Market at 200 South Main Street Saturday afternoon, June 24th from 5 until 7 p.m. Topics to be covered include humane slaughter, scalding, plucking, and dressing poultry. The workshop will equip participants with everything they need to know to prepare home-raised chickens for the freezer. The cost of the workshop is $35 and everything will be supplied. Registration must be completed by June 17th by calling the Dent County Extension Office at 573-729-3196, or you can go online at https://extension.missouri.edu/events/home-poultry-processing-dent-county. City of Salem is pleased to announce that the Hometown Grid power outage reporting system is now being used citywide. This system was tested over the past several months and has proven to be an effective way for electric customers to report outages and stay informed during service interruptions. Residents are now asked to call or text 833-703-4811 to report a power outage 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The system provides immediate confirmation, follow-up questions to help identify the cause, and text updates once the source of the outage is found. All reported outages appear on a public map, giving residents real-time information about affected areas at www.hometowngrid.com/Salem. Salem is asking residents to use this system instead of calling police dispatch. During outages, dispatchers are often overwhelmed by non-emergency calls. If a true emergency arises, such as a medical crisis, fire, or accident, it's critical that dispatchers remain available to respond quickly. Reporting outages through Hometown Grid keeps our emergency lines clear and improves response times where it matters most. Customers experiencing a power outage should contact their electric provider directly. City of Salem electric customers should call or text 833-703-4811. Intercounty Electric Cooperative customers can call 866-621-3679. The benefits of the Hometown Grid system include faster and more accurate outage reporting, real-time outage map for public viewing, streamlined operations for electric crews, and increased public safety by reducing pressure on emergency services. City of Salem encourages all residents to save 833-703-4811 in their phones as Salem Power Outage and to use this number anytime an outage occurs. For questions, contact the Salem Utility Office at 573-729-4117. Let's keep Salem safe, informed, and efficient. The Dent County Sheriff's Office has released the following reports for May 23rd through 30th. On Friday the 23rd, deputies took a report of tires being dumped on County Road 6150. Suspect information was obtained and the investigation is ongoing. Then on Saturday the 24th, deputies took a report of a trailer that was stolen from the 2800 block of County Road 4050. The investigation is pending. On Memorial Day, the 26th, deputies took a report of a shed burglary in the 1000 block of County Road 6160. That investigation is pending. Deputies took a report on Tuesday, the 27th, of a stolen Harley-Davidson motorcycle that occurred in the 200 block of County Road 4155. The investigation is pending. Then on Thursday, the 29th, deputies took a report for a domestic assault that occurred in the 400 block of Private Lane 117. Suspect information was obtained and the investigation is ongoing. That same day, deputies took a report for stolen property that occurred in the 18,000 block of Highway C. That investigation is pending. The next day, Friday the 30th, deputies conduct a traffic stop at Highway 72 and Highway H. During the stop, a 32-year-old Salem man was arrested on an outstanding warrant. Please contact the Dent County Sheriff's Office at 573-729-3241 if you have any information about any ongoing investigation. The Missouri State Highway Patrol reports that an accident occurred in Dent County Sunday afternoon at 12:55 on Highway 32, 5 miles west of Salem. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2001 Chevrolet S10 driven by a 33-year-old Salem woman traveled off the right side of the roadway, struck several trees and a fence. The woman suffered minor injuries and was transported to Salem Memorial Hospital. The report stated that the woman was wearing a safety restraint at the time of the accident. The Chevrolet sustained moderate damage and was removed from the scene by a private party. Well, that's been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU's Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Dear McDonald's, I'm writing today to say thank you for rolling out the new McCrispy strips. Those crispy, juicy, tender strips of chicken are peppery perfection. And that new creamy chili dipping sauce, well, that hit me square in the sweet spot. The fact that I can save 30% off a 3 or 4-piece McCrispy strips only in the app is a gesture I won't soon forget. Deliciously yours, Sandy. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 6/15/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Must opt in to rewards.
Life is a series of moments. Big moments, small moments, moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. At Edward Jones, we want to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning for a trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why an Edward Jones financial advisor like me works with you to build strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through all of it. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Leah Nash. Call me or Joe Brand at Edward Jones, 573-729-3831. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports. It's being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The St. Louis Cardinals will be hosting the Kansas City Royals as they start a 3-game series tonight. Earlier in May, the Royals and Cardinals played in Kansas City, and the Cards took the three-game series 2-1. You can listen to tonight's game live on KSMO Radio 1340 AM and 95.7 FM with pregame coverage beginning at 5:50 and the first pitch at 6:45. And that's been a look at local and regional sports brought to you courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for Look at Sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. The I-70 series ramps back up tonight at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals hosting the Royals for 3. Andre Polante and Michael Lorenzen, the starting pitchers for the opener. And we should see Royals prospect Jack Caglione, 15 homers in just 50 minor league games. He's called up to the big league club. David Lesky writes for Inside the Crown. He joins me on our Show Me Today program.
There are very few hitters who have the kind of power Jack Caglione does. He can mishit a ball at 105 miles per hour and get it over the wall. So he just feels like he has kind of that it factor.
The Royals struggling to hit with runners in scoring position, hoping the 22-year-old can deliver. A special legislative session called by Governor Mike Kehoe. Senator Curtis Gregory of Marshall, a former Mizzou offensive lineman, has filed a bill that would help fund as much as 50% of the total cost of stadium projects for the Kansas City Chiefs and Royals.
I think this is a multi-generational decision that we need to do everything we can to keep them in the state of Missouri, because if they do go across the state line, you're talking 50 to 60 years before we'd be looking to have another shot to get a team back on the Missouri side.
The Chiefs and Royals said they would make their decision between Missouri and Kansas by the end of the month. Pro Football Focus put out their annual position rankings, and for the second year in a row, KC's Chris Jones is the number one interior defensive lineman. He had 74 QB pressures in 15 games. He joins Patrick Mahomes, who was also PFF's number one quarterback. NCAA baseball regionals started with 13 teams from the SEC, 8 of them hosting regional tournaments. Now only 4 SEC programs headed to super regionals: Arkansas, Auburn, LSU, and Tennessee. The Women's College World Series is set. Texas Tech beat SEC newcomer Oklahoma and will face Texas, the other newcomer, in the Best of 3 championship. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Find a career that fits you by registering to attend the State of Missouri Virtual Career Exploration event Tuesday, June 10th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Missouri values team members with work-life balance, increased pay, growth opportunities, and matching benefits. At the June 10th event, there will be multiple agencies. You'll have the chance to connect with recruiters, showcase your talents, and kickstart your career. Register now for this career exploration event on June 10th. Learn more at events.mocareers.mo.gov.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Stay tuned to KSMO. I've got news from the Missouri Net coming up in 1 minute, and that'll be followed by your latest KSMO weather forecast after the top of the 1 o'clock hour.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The following safety message is brought to you by Save Mo Lives.
Large trucks and buses need room. When they don't have room, crashes happen. Big, ugly, take up the highway, lives lost, cars totaled kind of crashes. The bigger the vehicle, the bigger the blind spot, also called no zones. Don't linger in the no zones. Make sure you can see their headlights in your rearview mirror before changing lanes. Give them room to slow down, because simple actions and more room save lives.
With News on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. A Salem woman died Sunday afternoon after drowning under a downed tree in the Current River in southern Missouri's Shannon County. The Missouri State Highway Patrol says the drowning happened when the woman was riding on a kayak and the water pushed the woman into a downed tree, which caused the kayak to overturn and swept her under the tree. There's a chance for more storms this week in Missouri. State climatologist Zach Leeser says the tornado risk should start to fall off some, but
we do average at least one tornado in every month of the year, including November, December, and January, very cold months as well.
The statewide average is 48 per year. Missouri averages 13 tornadoes in May, 6 in June, and 2 in July. And the Missouri National Guard will hold a ceremony on Friday to dedicate the Moberly Armory in honor of General Omar Bradley. He was born in Clark, Missouri in 1893. He commanded the 1st U.S. Army during the D-Day invasion. The ceremony this Friday takes place at the National Guard Armory in Moberly at 1 p.m. This is MissouriNet.